Surprise, surprise! You guys thought I was done talking about Disneyland Paris, did you? Remember what I said at the end of the last video about me going back to Disneyland Paris this month? Well, I've been back from my trip a few days by now and decided very spontaneously to make a quick addendum to my previous 2 videos on the topic. Why? Because I want to tell you guys what I thought of Avengers Campus, now that I've seen it myself. Okay, this is going to piss a lot of people off, but I gotta be honest with you, I am not a Marvel fan. I don't care much for the MCU, most of their movies I find boring.
That's it. She's going down.
Now that I've lost all my subscribers, let's move on. Avengers Campus lies in the Walt Disney Studios park. It opened the 20th of July 2022 and is the newest theme area of the park. The whole idea of Avengers Campus is this place is mostly show and interaction based. There are characters meet and greet and mini shows all over the place. I even kinda bumped into Iron Man and gave the guy a high five before he went to his queue of waiting people. The only 2 real rides here to do are the Avengers Assemble Flight Force and Spider-Man Web Adventure. And of course they were extremely busy. Both of them had queues of around 70 minutes. Waiting for attractions is given in any theme park, I get it, but this is ridiculous. I'll cover both of them in a second, but before I do, I want to quickly talk about my experience with Disney staff. Prior to riding these rides, I decided to do something that kinda goes against my moral standards. Buying premium accesses to both rides. I normally am against the whole pay-to-skip system that gives people who have more money priority. I know, it's just another service Disney offers, but it used to be known as the Fast Pass system back in the day, and it was free. All you had to do is pick a time slot for a ride and be there at that time. They did this to equalize the waiting times of the queues all around the park. But of course, a few years ago they transformed it into a paid service, which is unfortunate. But I did it. My friend didn't want to do these rides and I didn't want her to let her wait for more than 2 hours. The Disney app was not working properly though, and for some reason I couldn't pay for my tickets. So I went to a guest service next to the entrance of the park. When it was my turn, there was this lovely young woman, who I think was between 16 and 18 years old, very young. She was helping me out. When I entered and saw her, she looked distressed. My wild guess is she had a tough one before me and was still recovering from that. I told her what I wanted to do and she let me pay for my tickets, and of course the printer didn't work properly. It took very long for it to spit out the tickets. While I was waiting, the poor girl was clearly nervous. Her whole body language screamed, "Please don't kill me, I'm doing all I can." Next to me was some random guy in a fiery conversation with what I think was a manager or someone higher up, complaining about the Stitch character and that he made his son cry or something. At some point he even started yelling. His English was very broken, so I couldn't get everything, but it was not pleasant. Then the printer finally gave birth to my tickets, and I could practically hear this girl sigh in relief. She gave me my tickets, thanked for my patience, and told me I was remarkably kind, even asking where I was from. When I told her I was Dutch, she gave me a very surprised look. A patient Dutchman or woman? Now I've seen it all. Kinda joked about it and I went on my merry way to Spider-Man. What I wanna convey with this little story is this. The people that work at Disneyland are incredibly kind, willing to help and customer driven. Working in retail is harsh, and this is coming from someone who has worked in retail for 15 years. Most folks don't know how hard it is, especially customer service. These people are here to help you. They are here to make your day as special and magical as possible. Every single employee. Treat them with kindness, be patient. They are going out of their way to be of service to you. Don't ever yell or scold at them, even when things don't immediately go your way. I have a temper, I can be feisty, I can be impatient. I am not a saint, but I would never behave infantile by scolding and screeching when I don't get my way immediately to other people. Let's all just keep our humanity a little bit. It costs nothing. Now on to Spider-Man Web Adventure. I have never seen anything like this. My expectation was that it would be somewhat similar to Buzz Lightyear Laser Blast. It ain't nothing like it, not even close. So imagine you are in this cabin, sitting next to each other, passing screens. With your hands, you have to shoot webs to catch the little robots that are going haywire. No pistol, no gun, your own hands. How did they do this? Is there a scanner and a sensor that can see your arm movements and where you are pointing? It was lovely. And then we have Avengers Assemble Flight Force. I constantly refer to this one as the Iron Man because I honestly thought that was the name of the ride. This is practically Rock and Roller Coaster rethemed. The ride itself, the tracks are exactly the same. I wouldn't tell you because I haven't done Rock and Roller Coaster as stated in the previous video, but this time it was the time to finally tackle the ride I chickened out of all those years ago. And this is not an easy one. At most, I expected it to be something like Space Mountain. But no, this one is way more intense. The lounge here you actually feel in your guts. It makes much more airtime and the G-forces here are way heavier. My friend had a rough time doing Space Mountain, so honey, this is not gonna be your thing. This is gonna be your worst nightmare. Stomachache aside, I liked the ride. The intensity was very cool. Would love to have more theming in the actual ride. It was just a bunch of screens. What do you guys think? Improved? Or bring back the Rock and Roller Coaster, you dimwits? I'll end things here. See you all in the next one, and remember kids, don't do drugs, be kind and don't eat before riding Flight Force.